Alright fam, well it's time to engage. Moods are front and center, enter the stage. Mind, body and spirit to try synergy. Ask not like Kennedy, feel the energy. Jump as you live, try to give all positive vibes. Ignite your cognitive senses. The consent.
No COVID, not dealing with no COVID.
No, it's none of that here.
Alright.
We all good. So, welcome everybody to the Men Do Talk podcast. That's it. Welcome. You can tell with the energy that there's so much going on in the house today. Our very first episode. Do you want to introduce yourselves? Starting with D.
My name is Devon, 36-year-old, a beautiful 5-year-old daughter, and here to discuss some issues regarding relationships and fatherhood.
Nice one.
I'm Elliot Campbell. I'm 39 years old. My baby girl is 12 weeks old, and I'm just there to get to learn how to be a better father and communicate better.
Andre, 34, got 3 boys, and yeah, I'm just here to talk about wisdom and things I've been through and the issues I've had and try to pass it on to other people so hopefully they will get put in the same predicament.
I am Mutsa. You can see we're surrounded by so much light,
Queen bee.
so much positivity. I'm a mother to 2 boys and a mother to all the boys. To
Mama,
so
baby,
many,
mama.
sister, everything. I'm everything, and I'm just so humbled and super proud of these guys because they're leading me. I'm following their footsteps and leading me. We're here to discuss. I'll be asking more questions and I'll let them talk because it is the Men Do Talk podcast. However, there are women involved in relationships, so I'll be trying to represent everybody else the best way I can by potentially asking questions that I think us as women want to know.
We can bring women into the mix.
Yes. So we want the women to come over, from other all over community, organizations, come through, come ask them questions.
We want discussions, not arguments.
That's it.
Absolutely.
Solutions and not problems. That's what we're trying
Yes!
to do.
Amen.
Yeah.
Right, so to get started, I will now start with Dre.
Me?
Yes.
Let's go.
I'm going to ask the same question to all 3 of us. Well, all 3 of you. And then we'll hear the answers, and then after that we'll come together and we'll pick up the common denominators and certain things, and then we'll say, right, this is what we think as a collective. Great. What are the key things that you look for in a relationship?
Why? My thing's a little bit different, Why I'm a bit mix up.
Mix up, yeah?
Yeah, no, but I'm gonna say, me personally, I'm gonna have to say stability.
Okay.
I would like my other half to be, how can I say it, not like adventurous kind of thing. She's got a drive.
Spicing up things.
Yeah, spicing up things, and just her own personal gain, her own life. Even though, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes when people get into a relationship, like, they try and mold. And try and do everything together. I'm just going shop.
Yeah.
Okay. You're not putting on your shoes. You're not putting on your shop. You know what I mean? Like, that's just something minor. But I'm just saying, like,
It's an example.
that's kind of a very light example.
Yeah.
But,
So, okay, go on. And I'll ask.
So, is that 3? Have I done 3 or was that 2? I feel like that was 2.
But just before you move on to the other one, I know you summarized.
Yeah.
So when you say adventurous, do you mean you have to maintain your own individuality as a person?
Yeah.
We are 2 different people,
Yeah.
but we're together. It doesn't mean,
Yeah.
we lose our identity and everything is we have to do everything together. Everybody is still free to do what they like to do, go skating, go painting, go visioning, you know, all those things like DJing, whilst I can go do my shopping thing with my girls, and you can go out with the boys, I can go out with the girls, and we all go.
Yeah.
But,
And
okay.
and then I think just consistency.
Consistency is broad, right? Consistency is broad.
It's essential.
Well, what do you mean? Define it better.
Alright, consistency. Yeah. How I'm trying to say it is like
Loyalty? No?
yeah, it's kind of like the same of loyalty and just like, you know what I mean? Like obviously.
Be real.
Yeah.
Or no,
Where I
at
am,
all.
my mindset is like sometimes like when I fall out with somebody, I can forgive very quickly. If I've got feelings for them or whatever, I can give them as many chances as I actually want.
But you don't forget.
Yeah, I don't forget, but like I'm saying, I'm coming into my adulthood now. I don't try and make it stick by me or make it judge me because I know everyone's done madness and done dirt. You know what I mean? And I know everyone's not perfect. So if someone does something to me on whatever, I know that they might have their own issues. So I don't even try and
look into it deep like that.
So when it comes to everything, my mindset does keep like I try and keep it as like plain. Obviously I do remember things and whatever, wish not, but I try not to. I think that's bad traits. And I think that's should be one of the topics we're gonna go through many of times. You know, a lot of bad traits on both sides. So yeah, so consistency.
Okay, so your 3 are be yourself, like adventurous, be
consistency, and stability.
Yeah.
So stability, I mean by stability is like if we want to, we can just wake up tomorrow. Oh, let's fly Spain.
Yes.
What do you want to do tomorrow? Let's go shopping. Let's do this tomorrow. You don't have to work and build to do something.
You just do go.
You just enjoy the relationship.
Okay. And stability does it, so I'm going to kind of throw in the financial aspect on that side because you know, women, when we hear stability, we always think of financially. You know, is the man stable?
I want us to be stable.
Yeah. Do you expect both of you to be like at par, both bringing bread on the table? Or it doesn't matter?
It doesn't matter who's bringing the bread on the table, but there's a table. Some people haven't got a table.
Yeah.
So you know, when you got a table and you got bread on it, you can slice and do what you want. You can make toast, you can make sandwiches, you can do what you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But if you haven't got none of them things, you just gotta try and work to get there. So when your table's in now, you'll be thinking, oh, if we had some bread, it would have been different.
Yeah.
But now you gotta go back out there again after that first hurdle, make more bread, and now you eat the toast. You don't really like toast. You can all that. Well, that's too deep. But anyway.
Yeah. That's all good. So, those are your 3.
Let's go.
Elevation in the house. What are your 3?
Ooh, well, over the years, it's changed as you grow and get older. So now I'm more to the, like I said, like Dre said, a free-spirited kind of person. Like I said, I've got my friends, I like to do what I like to do. So when I'm doing my skating or whatever, like I'm more than likely to come and join me. But if you don't, then I'm still going to go do it on my own because that's my thing. That's what I want to do. So just as long as we can have that communication with each other, knowing that each other can do whatever we want separately, but still come back together. And also, it's good to do things together. Like if you've got similar likes, similar interests, it's good to do things together. If you both like someone, like a singer, you're going to meet them together, you go to a concert together. It's good to enjoy that atmosphere between the both of you. If you both like the same music, you go out to a club together, you have a good time. But then there's also times where you want to go out with your boys, and also like for the girls, you want to go out and have a girls' night, or just chill in with the girls. Like it's just one of them. Also, communication is definitely key. Definitely.
So is that the second one?
Yeah, communication is definitely one of the top ones. And also just to have, like you say, just a good head on the shoulders, and yeah, a good head on the shoulders.
Good heart.
Yeah, good heart and a good head on the shoulders.
100.
The rest will come.
Yeah.
Like I say, not into all the materialistic things and that, because they come and go, but it's about what people have got on the souls. There's a lot of people with pretty faces, but they've got rotten souls out there, and that's what people go for. They're going for the, oh, you look good, oh yeah, she's got a bit of makeup on, but does she look like that in the morning? No, she don't. You get me out.
Okay. So you like natural?
Yes,
That's fine. Natural isn't there. That's perfectly fine. So Elliot, boom,
Boom.
Didi.
I'll have to say again to what Dre was saying about being our own person. I think, you know, we tend to like fuse into this one entity and you kind of lose yourself.
The two become one, they
Yeah,
say.
yeah.
Songs about this.
So,
We need to work that out, I think. Yeah.
I think it's important to still hold your identity within
Absolutely.
a relationship. That's key. Another one for me is being open-minded. So your spouse can be open to new things. It's not just basic like same routine over and over again. They're willing to do
Even
new
in
things
the
and stuff.
bedroom.
Yeah. Bedroom, in general.
Yeah.
And what kind of talk this is? For a normal talk. That's it.
Okay.
That's
It's
all I
not.
came for.
It's strictly over 18.
That's it.
Yeah.
Family show. So,
Yeah.
that's another one. And finally, again, communications, listening. Listening.
I thought you were going to say sex.
Look who's talking.
We start talking about that.
But then you went back to it. You had to drag it. You dragged us back there.
Next episode. But yeah, that's another one for me.
The what? Communication.
Yeah, listening, being a good listener.
Yeah.
I think it's easy to just talk, but you need someone to be able to listen as well. So
Okay.
those are my three anyway.
Woo! Right. So I think the leading one is everybody maintaining their own identity.
Yeah.
Boom. And I think that's key. Okay, I think we need to drill this one because that's a common one. I'm in there as well.
Yeah.
Because I remember back in the day, I used to think, you know, being in a relationship is like the two become one. I want to be where you're going. Oh, so you're going out with your boys and you're leaving me home? Is that how it's going to be? But as you grow older, when age comes wisdom, you tend to realize, I don't really want to be with this. I don't want to see him in my face all the time. I want to be me, you know what I mean? I can't, shifting is me.
Yeah.
And I can't expect my other half to be everywhere I go, if, you know. And I think it's crucial because from a woman's perspective and a man's perspective, we're all saying, let us be ourselves.
Yeah.
This is it, yeah.
Now, how do we encourage that? Before we move on to the next point, how do you think, Elliot, how do you think we can encourage ourselves to be who we are in a relationship?
I think why I think it's hard, to be honest,
Yeah.
is because we're in this environment that we're in, that's no fault of our own, but the government or whoever is in control of these little situations that are happening.
The Illuminati.
Oh! No.
Whatever they are. Yeah, edit that out. No one's even here no more. Yeah, no, we ain't about to get to that.
Even the system heard
Yeah,
that. You see, Matrix.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like I'm
okay.
saying, like,
But this is why we're here. We're shifting the mindset.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
So I think whoever's got control of the situation, whatever situation we're in, we still need to try and figure out who we are first. Because that's the issue. That's why we're all going into these things, because we're trying to figure out ourselves first. We're trying to figure out, do we even like the things she likes?
Yeah.
Because we're not even knowing what the things we like ourselves.
Yes. And with
So
everybody.
when you start to please.
Yes.
Yeah, you're trying to please and rare.
And you're trying to find yourself and trying to find the other person when the duties I think it's just for us to connect.
But like you say, it's a societal thing where like everyone does it, like group thinking, group pack mentalities, like people thinking that they're individual thinking, but they're actually working on what that other next person thought, or the interpretation of their friend or someone who they get along with, but it's not the right interpretation, and they're just going along with it, and that's it, just to be deemed as.
So we're shifting the mindset.
Yeah,
This is what we're doing.
Yeah.
We're here to shift the mindset. So how can we encourage people to be themselves? How can we encourage?
You can't. You just have to be yourself and
Right.
choose to stop watching other people and being encouraged.
Be true to yourself.
Be true to yourself. That's it.
And go in a relationship being true to yourself.
It's alright going out and being fake on road, but when you go home in the mirror, that's who the person who you need to be worrying about. The person in the mirror. You like to lie to people to you blue
For me personally,
yourself.
Like, we had to go through that transition of losing ourselves to find ourselves. Do you know what I'm saying?
Okay, explain. Go deep, because that's a bit.
That's my next tattoo, the rise of the phoenix. The phoenix rising out of the ashes.
Good.
That's what it is.
Let's talk about this Phoenix, boys. I need to hear more.
Well, it's just like
Enlighten.
Obviously, like, because Dre was talking about like social media or whatever, like the climate
media.
I think there's a lot of pressure on people in relationships because they feel like they have to behave or conduct themselves a certain way in a relationship.
Have certain assets.
Yeah.
Like it's, as I'm
have a
like,
certain body type.
if I don't have a car,
Yeah,
I'm not
Yeah.
living up to.
Or if you're in a long-term relationship, you have to be living together or married or some sort of sign of commitment. It could be commitment without even doing the whole ceremonial thing.
But because everyone else does it, they want to be deemed as seen. It's not official if we haven't done it like how everyone else has done it.
And I think that's why it's more like with age comes wisdom. And I think this is why we're here to try and shift the mindset to say we are seeing more problems in relationships right now, especially in our generation, even though we're trying to conform to all these standards. It's clear it's not working.
It's not working.
So we need to try something different. And I think, so people always say when you go in a relationship, you have to compromise. Is that compromising involving you know, when you say you don't lose yourself, but yet you have to compromise? How do you define that compromising?
Well, it just depends on what you're compromising about, innit? If it's something that's hindering the relationship and what you and your partner's going through, then there has to be a compromise.
Right.
Like.
So it depends on the situation, but never compromising your
own being. No.
Right. Okay.
It's just like out of respect to things. Yeah, it is easier said than done, definitely. But that is the reality of where we want to go.
Depends on upbringing as well. Like I'm like a pretty like old-fashioned type of person, like but old soul kind of thing. Like my partner, like she's into like Love Island and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? And like for me, that's just a distraction. Like a lot of girls look at stuff like that and they think that's what it's supposed to be. Do you know?
I don't think anyone wants to look big.
Girls do.
I've been forced to watch it.
Because we look at this fairy tale wedding
stuff
that
like
we've been given, and but I guess it's a girly thing.
It is a girly thing.
But why are they watching it? Because there's half-naked men on there, and the girl is sitting there in front of the boyfriend, drooling over the man on the telly. They're the kind of things what people are doing. Watching, what's it called? That what?
No, the one where they swapped couples. Did you watch it?
That.
Where what was that? It was one of the big ones. Where they went in as couples.
And they switched for a week.
And they had to. Did you the ultimate? Ultimatum.
Ultimatum. That's just madness. But like you say, people watch it and be like,
I could try that.
No, she's not nice.
Dre, you're in deep thought. And I know when you're in deep like that, you have things to say. Come through with
I was
the
going to say, what you were saying about women going somewhere with their partner and drooling over the people. It was happening at the circus, the Brazilian circus. I heard women like, "Oh, you're not going down to the circus?" Yeah. You heard that about the man now down here. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna have my phone out and record it all.
Yeah.
The women's are going down here because it's like they're wearing like some tight pants.
And then going back,
Even I thought a bit on the easy
and then
stuff.
going back to the husbands, kicking off like, why don't you do that? Why are you so stiff? Why have you got a six pack?
No, don't. We don't do that. It's like, no, even as men, when you watch those videos and you see the women with the nice bodies, something happens to you somewhere in your head, right? Truth be told.
Not really. I class myself as a dancer. I dance, so I see it as like a performing art. So when I go carnival and when I'm doing like the street parade and stuff like that, it's like when I'm whining, I'm dancing. It's like I'm in the act.
Right.
So I don't.
Right.
Sometimes I don't see it sexually, because if I see a girl whining, I will know what she's gonna do next because I can dance. So if I can go and mimic her and make her look good and make it look like we know what we're doing because I can dance. So me personally.
So what about the video vixens and all of that stuff on TV, on social media?
Yeah.
They're just there for the show.
Yeah, I'm not about that.
Yeah, they're just there for the
I've
show.
I've been to a strip club once.
Wow.
The other day with a partner. There's a series called P Valley. I don't know if you've seen it.
Yeah.
No, we need to look for it.
And my partner trying to tell me like, don't look at it as women being strippers. Look at it as a performance.
As a profession.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at it like that. I'm like, okay, I can't see where you're coming from.
Yeah.
But certain people won't look at it like that.
Yeah.
Sexualized.
And I think as women we find it hard to believe. So if a woman with a nice body walks by, in our heads we're thinking, oh, he's looking at that, right? That's a natural reaction because we think so. It's you have broken the history record because you're coming up here saying those things don't fascinate you because women we always
I like reality, close to my reality. Them video vixens aren't close to my reality.
Instagram models.
Yeah, like they're not close to my reality.
What about the Jamaican ones where they jump off a roof onto the man?
That's
scares me.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. That's just a different performing act of dancing. Some man will see that and think, oh, that girl's so sexy for jumping off a roof onto a guy. But we're not going to think that because
probably a yardie though, innit? Like me, I've heard. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's what I'm trying to say. So every man has got their own little different little tastes and stuff like that. So lately, when I see the girls on poles and whatnot, wish not, unless my mind's actually focused to go and do that and whatever, if I just see them in the thing, I won't think nothing.
Really?
No.
So you all can go into a strip club and see.
I've been in. I've not even
once
been entertained.
Really?
Because I know that for me, like all that teasing and all that. For me, all that teasing and all that thing, something's got to go. It's got to lead to something at the end of it, innit? You're teasing me and telling me,
so would you let your woman go to like a chipmunk party or something?
No.
You wouldn't?
No.
Okay.
But that's a profession.
No.
But you've been to a strip club.
No, but when I was single, but I still didn't like it. I went out to the city.
Would you let your woman go?
To a chipmunk party.
Right.
Yeah. Alright. Yeah. Would you let you?
And what's the chip check me? He said no, I didn't know what it was.
It's like a
Chippendale.
Chippendale, yeah.
Alright, and well, there's the chocolate ones, them chocolate city. Yeah, chocolate city. You get me? Like them man, there, you get me? But what you see on the front line, them stripping, everyone having a good time. But on the back line, them man go through. Them man go through easily. Like that, knocking them off. Knocking them off. And why is that? Because they're going there and they're doing their thing and
But what makes you think us as women when we go in there, we just like you, we don't feel anything?
Oh,
see that
because we see the videos and you get me going mad. All of them have got boyfriends. You get me? All of them have got boyfriends but are at home. They gave them the night off and this is what you're going out to do. You get me? That's something sexy chocolate and then man, you get me?
It's just it's just
listen.
It's just entertainment.
Insecurities as well, that's a big red flag in relationships.
Okay.
Insecurities.
Yeah.
Like certain people, like if my woman wanted to go out with her friends, she's dressed like she's looking good. Certain man, I think, I don't want to let my woman up looking like that.
Yeah, that's it.
I know.
That's an insecurity,
That
innit?
is,
But
yeah,
you don't. Most man, you don't date a good-looking woman if you're not going to be ready for her getting chirped every day, looked at every day. When she dresses up, she's going to get looked at every minute of the day. She's going to, if you've got a beautiful woman. So
Come through,
that's it.
yeah.
That's what's going to happen. So
Certain man can't deal with that,
your life's going to be
Come
a mess.
through.
Certain man can't deal with
Your
that.
head's going to be a shed, mate. If you can't cope with that, then
Then leave it.
you best get
Let it go.
other thing.
Let it go.
The
Because
whole thing, what the thing on the left.
to the left, to the left.
Back alley
to
thing.
the left, to the
Little
right,
back
to the
alley
left.
thing.
Oh wow, what an interesting conversation, guys. We have, and this is just like the beginning. We feel free to send us questions and stuff like that. But at the end of it, I don't know. What are your closing remarks around relationships now? Is the shifting your mindset part? What is it? If you could change the world today around relationships, what advice would you want to give other women, other men, other couples, other relationships?
Start that way, work your
Yeah.
way like that. Sorry,
Yeah.
Indeed.
Get off social media. For starters, get off social media.
Ooh,
Well, you can be as big as you want, so go hard, bro. Do
go
your thing.
hard.
Yeah, it might just
I
hit the
didn't
belly.
see that one coming.
My man said communication, that is such a big thing. There's a massive communication breakdown between men and women today.
Mhm.
Yeah, communication.
Communication. Learn to talk to one another in peace.
Yeah.
In peace as adults.
Open-minded, yeah.
Yes. Here where the next person, because we're two different people coming together. Our minds are not going to process the same things the same way. So that communication and understanding when you talk, how is the next person going to receive it or feel? You know, a tone, just a tone can make somebody think that you're being nasty when you're saying the right point.
Yeah.
So the aspect of real effective communication skills.
Self-awareness.
Self-awareness,
Is
yeah.
that
And being in touch with your emotions as well.
Yeah, that's one of my ones as well. Just being self-aware. Like you say, listening to both sides. If you've got girlfriends what are telling you about a situation, like I said, if you explaining what your situation is and just listen. Because some people you're telling to the blue in the face this what to do and they don't listen, and every time they come back to you, the situation still changed, and you go on and on and on. So you just got to listen. You get me? Like I said, we've had situations within this group, and I've had to listen to my fellow lads and ladies. You get me? And looking within myself, and then move forward where you go wrong, and that's it. Being self-aware and looking at yourself within yourself. Acceptance and accountability. For your actions, not just about their actions. It's about your actions as well.
Absolutely. Because you know there are people that take pride in saying, "Oh, I'm good at talking whatever I want. You know, I say whatever I want." Like they gloat on it.
Yeah.
And they don't actually realize the impact.
Because they don't care about the people
They're
that
not self-aware.
Yeah, they're not self-aware.
Right.
Mindful of other people, emotions and feelings. That's it.
So communication and off social media. That's a tough one. But if we're off social media, how are we going to reach people?
Okay, I will say, let me rephrase it.
word of mouth?
Word of mouth.
DVD.
But the podcast or DVD back in the day, down like Blockbuster.
Remember that bird?
Also,
And the pigeon.
I should have thought of that myself. I should have thought of it. I normally come up with these
You guys are so funny. Pigeon. Yeah, so okay, you agreed to say social media, you're going to
kind of like break it down, cut off, don't stay on it too long, kind of, you know, break away from it a bit.
Yeah,
okay.
give
So
each
social
other
media
time.
okay, but break away from it.
Yeah, give each other time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. Dre.
Say the best of that.
No, it's not the best. Just a small because we might be ending soon. But yeah, basically, don't ask me the question again.
The key points, the shifting your mindset part.
In a relationship.
Yes, in a relationship. What do you want to, if you could reach everybody in the world and give them advice on really building a good, solid relationship, what would you say? What advice would you give?
The advice I'll give them is, obviously, when you get into a relationship, you decide to move in or get married or have kids and whatever, just know that you're both still growing and learning how to be responsible adults yourself. No one knows where the age is when you actually become adult. And, hopefully, if I find a book, there was a book I read years ago and it stayed with me forever. I don't know, the book says, when do you actually become an adult? So when you're a baby, you're a newborn, and when you're a toddler, you're a junior, first year, second year, you're preteen, college, now you're studying, now you're
21, you get the key to the world.
21, very rare. Then you find a relationship or you don't, you work, now you're a businessman, you're an entrepreneur. When does it actually become an adult?
Wow.
What age?
Wow.
So maybe you don't become an adult until you're in your own place of happiness and you're with your other peer and they've managed to get to that mindset of them being an adult.
It's a mindset
Shifting
thing.
your
Yeah,
mindset.
shifting your mindset. So when you get in a relationship, learn to obviously see the red flags. If you can't handle it or whatever, you build yourself up as two different individuals that make one whole. And
Wow.
It's funny you say that because I was actually reading something and there's something called the Peter Pan syndrome. It's basically like when males struggle with that transition from boy to men. And sometimes it can last up to like your 40s.
Yeah, but you still want to do things that you used to do back in the day.
the same women.
I say that all the time. It's actually a thing. Oh my God, it's actually a thing. I think I'm feeling cocky. I'm never gonna grow old. Oh my God. That's why I look younger than you. And the thing's gone anyway.
It's deep. We could talk about this for so long. Like, there's so many factors to this.
No, it's not. Still on.
Let's go. We're going to have to chop this part. Chop and squeeze. Chop and squeeze.
Take two.
Take two. All right. So
So we've all said our three. What was going to say?
Peter Pan syndrome. So what's that Peter Pan syndrome?
Where they just basically
They like to do things that they used to do when they're younger, and they never don't want to grow up, don't want to face responsibility.
No, I think they do face responsibility
When it
because
hits them in the face and they got no choice to deal with it.
Yeah.
Oh, but if they have a choice, they
To
will just
avoid it, they will avoid
What
it.
causes that?
What's that?
The Peter Pan syndrome. What is it? Just fear of growing up.
Yeah.
Just fear of growing up.
Yeah.
Just I don't want to be.
Fear would add to living in society and
working,
growing old.
Working.
You get there working 365 days a year to die.
no holidays.
Working to die.
Having a woman is a responsibility.
Why do you say die so many times?
You know what I'm saying?
Listen to this one. Having a woman is a what?
Responsibility.
Yeah.
You have to, as well as taking care of yourself, you have to look after her. She has to look after you too.
Yeah,
But
both
that's a
sides. Yeah, it's a
responsibility.
team.
And I think like a lot
Teamwork,
of guys
it's
tend to
teamwork.
like, we get so wrapped up in our own needs that we tend to forget her needs. And vice versa as well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, like you say, vice versa. So it's not.
I got.
Don't do the damn vice versa. Don't just say one, innit? They just say one at the start and then vice versa. So it works
Works
both
both ways. That's what makes it.
Yeah.
Relation.
Yeah.
Ship.
Yeah.
It's a relation in a ship.
yeah.
So you're sailing together, sailing that
People
ship
need
together.
to grow in love, not fall in love. Like
There you
Oh.
He's dropping the
What?
bars.
What does that mean?
Moving on from it. Let's see you do this.
What does that mean?
I was just about to say that.
Do you think, man?
Well, look, when you're in a relationship and everything's all hunky-dory, you meet each other, you've been bamboozled, put a bit of razzle-dazzle,
Yeah.
wine and dining on it and that, and then you fall deeply for these people, and then when it comes crashing down, that's when everything turns to pot, and certain people start going mad. But if you grow in love, then you build together and you eventually find each other's likes and dislikes and all them kinds
So
of things.
growing in love is like you're learning one
Yeah.
another. And
Constantly,
you're starting
we're
from
constantly
scratch.
learning. Yeah, we're constantly
And
learning.
you have bad days, but you still say, you
Yeah,
know
yeah,
what,
bad days.
we'll work it out.
Yeah,
We'll
yeah,
find a
You
way.
have the bad days, but behind the bad days, you haven't got no statuses behind you. Like we're in a couple where, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if something hits the fan, you're just good people and you can work it out.
Yeah.
Right.
You haven't
Like
got-
you say,
you haven't got to the point where everyone's like, yo, your girlfriend's down there. You're not gonna say that.
Yeah, yeah.
They're gonna say your friends is
Yes.
down there. You know what I mean? So
Yes,
just all of
I
them
can
things.
relate to that one.
So coming back on what you said earlier,
Yeah.
going back on what you said when you said growing, like the longest relationships I've ever been in
It's when you're
is
friends.
where it's friends. We're still probably doing the exact same things in a relationship or whatever, but like
There's
2
no
3 years on,
titles
Yeah.
to
there's
it.
no title.
Yeah.
There's
And
no
to be honest,
title.
we don't need to ask. It don't need to be said. If-
Yeah.
You know
when
the commitment
yeah.
is
It's
there.
when someone else comes up to you like, oh, your girlfriend's over there. You're like,
Yeah.
that's not my.
Yeah.
That's my
Yeah.
friend.
It is my.
Or then you get
No,
them
I mean,
people
yeah.
who come up like, oh, you two together.
Together.
You two are supposed to be
Exactly.
together.
Exactly.
Some matchmaking thing.
Exactly.
And then they
Exactly.
don't take responsibility when it all goes to pot. You get me? Like,
Exactly.
you two met, brought us together. You.
That, do you know what? We need to rewind that part. That part is crucial. That part is crucial because I learned that the hard way. Because as girls, we like titles a lot. We like the missus. Well, most.
Marriage.
Yeah, yeah.
We're not even going to
Most-
talk about marriage. but
Yeah,
that's the
yeah.
topic.
We like the missus. We like the girlfriend. We like the partner. We like, you know what I mean? We like.
You don't want to be not just any dad.
Yeah. 'cause
Sighting.
No.
Yeah.
Some girls like that.
Coleslaw.
No.
Some girls like it.
Some people like the
For
coleslaw.
me, because it took a while for me to understand the concept of building a friendship first. Like that's my best friend, you know what I mean? And you don't have to call each other boyfriend and girlfriend or my partner. You can be best friends for life and you do the exact same things couples do.
Yeah.
And you call each other best friends, but people don't understand that. Society is not receptive to that, but relationships that last long are when you are friends.
Yeah.
When you become friends first before you even become lovers.
Yeah.
Because it means no matter what happens, you can work it out.
Yeah.
Because friends are best friends.
Yeah.
And then the status is something that I think society is making us, the titles, society is pushing us to have these titles. And when we have these titles, we think they come with certain responsibilities. So if you just remain as friends, you're just yourself. You know, that's my friend, I'm doing my thing. And you, even still, you know the commitment is there. That's what I think.
Yeah.
You know, but it's hard for a person to get there because we grew up on the two become one. The old school generation were like, you gotta, when you guys have been together, you haven't got married yet, you guys is at your partner, you've had a baby yet, no wedding, you know what I mean? Because that's dogma. That's what we were raised on. So trying to shift the mindset to say, hey, we gotta be friends first. How do we get there? Because that's a big part, I feel.
It's all a facade though. Because like I grew up in a 2-parent household.
Yeah.
And obviously I'm trying to replicate that. But behind this, that was just for show. You know what I mean? Back then it was just show.
Right, but the
behind
real
closed
deal,
doors, there was
yeah.
a lot of stuff going on. Like
Right.
dad was stepping out and all this stuff.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? So,
Man said, why are you humming for? Why?
it's true, man.
Why are you humming for like that, man? I don't understand.
No, but it's true. These are the things. In order for us to shift the mindset, we gotta keep it real. And this is what we do on this podcast. We do unfiltered conversations that are real. You know, everybody's got their own.
So we can say what we want. No, man. Alright, go on, you take. Alright, watch. Alright, bet. I
Right.
thought it was fluid.
Elliot, you save the best for last.
We've done. We're at. I've said
You are,
mine.
right? Okay.
I've
That's
said mine. We've done. We've all said our answers.
Wow.
It's
This
been
is
an amazing show.
definitely. So,
4
men
minutes
do
past
talk.
7.
Men
On
do
Tuesday, the 5th of July.
Men do talk. You see all that.
Yeah,
There's a
we do.
perception that men don't talk.
Inclusive,
And a lot of people are suffering out there because the people think that men don't sit down and have this conversation. But this is it. Men do talk.
Thanks to you.
Well, thanks to you.
Yeah, man, thanks to all of us.
Yeah, shifting to the world.
Shifting to the world.
We have to change the narrative.
that's
Only
it.
the one way. And yes, guys, feel free to inbox us. Feel free to call us. Feel free. You know, we have. This is our dad session, which is also a men's session, where we meet every Tuesday, and we also have a Men Do Talk Club on a Wednesday in Bestwood as well. But it's all wider. Or any man or women that want to be part of this, more than welcome. You know, you're free to speak out your mind, as you've heard from the conversations. Some things are sensitive, some things, but sometimes we have to be sensitive in order to be sensible.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're not afraid. This is who we are, and Men Do Talk. Sending you so much love and light. It's a wrap.
It's alright.
Right.
High five. Cut.
Smashed it.
Oh, I love this. I love this.
You're not going to get better.